Hey Telecom Tribe, I'm starting a short series of videos to help you understand techniques for automating your telecom dashboards and recurring reports. Let's start out by taking a quick look at a couple of reports. Here we have a project tracker which shows performance of the project for each of the last 10 weeks. So it samples the data on a weekly basis, and it's completely automated. You update the data and you get all these weekly increments. Here we have a long distance voice performance report that is updated monthly. And again, you've got the last 12 months shown here in the numeric table, and then you've got a whole series of charts here that represents that data visually for the audience. What we need is a way to identify the latest date in the data so that we can use that latest date to create all those earlier intervals that we show inside the dashboard. So let's take a look at Excel. We see here on screen I've got some mock-up data for the project tracker. It just has site information, the task that was done, and then a date. Every row includes a date. So we can use that to find the latest date, and the way to do that is simply to use the max function. And the max function just finds the largest value in its argument range. And we're just going to look at column D, because the max function is going to ignore that first text header row. And max returns the largest value, and this large number is the way Excel tracks dates internally. So if we assign that a date format, you can see that that date, that number is a date, February 9th. And if I go and add one more row of data, let's say I add it today, and then I jump back up and see it's automatically updated. So now we have the latest date automatically identified. The advantage of using the entire column D is that as long as we keep adding data, Max will evaluate that new data. If you just put a fixed range like row 1 to 1,000, if you forget that and then you add more data beyond that range, Max won't work anymore. So by entering the entire column and taking advantage of the fact that Max ignores the text column header, you'll always know exactly what the latest date is. So that's it. That's what we set out to do. In our next video, we'll take the next step and try and create those intervals based upon this latest date. Thanks a lot.